What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Artan FX, and we are here at Chart Fanatics live on a lovely little Friday morning. I'm obviously going to let a bunch of you guys join for the stream today, but we are all ready for the charts. We got some decent news coming up. I actually need to pull it up right now just to have a little look. But yeah, as you guys know, it's NFP day. It's NFP day. So yeah, we're ready to go. We are ready to go. I've actually had a decent trading week, to be fair, so far. So I'm pretty happy with the week. But how are we all doing? Good morning, good TJ Babs, Sirfani, Sanjay, Loop 001, Pericals, Donna, Josh, Playma, Abdullah, and Usman. What is going on? Good morning. How has everybody's trading week been so far? How has everyone's trading week been so far? Let me know. Give me a 1 in the chat if you have had a good trading week so far. Give me a 2 in the chat if it's not been so good. Let me know. How has this week gone for you guys so far? 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. All right, and give me a 3 in the chat if it's like break even-ish. You know what I'm saying? But either way, guys, remember, all right, I had a bunch of people in my community that didn't actually take any trades this week. And do you know what? The thing is, is that it's all about capital preservation. Now, we're going to go on to a bunch of stuff this stream. Not only are we going to be talking about what my thoughts are for today, we're going to be breaking down some of the trades that I took this week. I've had 2 wins and 1 loss. Now, for me, right, 2 wins, 1 loss in a week, that is amazing for me. And I don't mean that necessarily in terms of the win rate. I mean that in terms of when I take less trades, I always know that I'm onto something this month. Always. It means that I'm starting to spot my setups. And I didn't have honestly, guys, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. I didn't have the best April and May. I didn't have the best April and May. I actually had April was my worst month in a long while, right? This is me being super transparent. But I had a crazy run up until May. So we're going to talk about, how you guys have got on, how I've got on. We're going to break down a bunch of the charts, talk about today. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's my first day on the YouTube, on this nice early morning. But someone said, "Are you the rapper?" I am. Yes. What's going on, Riz, in the chat? Gonzalo, Anika, Turu. Well, look, if you've put in 3 in the chat, right? If you put in number 3, which is for you've had a mediocre break-even week, right? A mediocre break-even week is a good week, all right? And I'm not telling you that because you don't need to shoot for the stars, right? You should want to make profit. You should want to be successful. You know what I'm saying, right? But it's all about saving capital, and especially in markets like this where they can be tough, they can be tough. I know, obviously on Chart Fanatics, if you've seen me on the Discord recently, I've been killing it, the last few weeks. All of the guys that are streaming have been actually doing really well. But you have to accept that it's not the reality for everyone. That doesn't make anybody necessarily a better trader than you. It just means that maybe their edge is playing out in the markets currently, and maybe yours isn't. And it's up to you to stick to your plan, consistently work on your edge, and find out as well, is it you, is it the markets, or is it your strategy, or is it a combination of the 3? Okay. And that's something that I personally, when I go through losing streaks, I'm always going back over my trades, looking at the market and going, how many avoidable losses so how many losses that I took could have been avoidable? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go over a bunch of this stuff as well. So yeah, man, are we excited? Give me a 1 in the chat if we are excited for today. Give me a 1 in the chat. Yes, sir. Let's go. So I'll give you a quick little lowdown on me, in case you don't know me. So my name is Artan. A bunch of you guys will probably know me from music. So originally I did music for quite a while. I did music for, I've done music for 10 years. I still do music right now. And I'm not going to go into a massive long spiel because I'm not going to bore you with that. Like we're going to get on the charts in it. Don't worry. But basically, I started off doing music. It saved my life. Not to get into a super deep story, but basically, I lost one of my very close friends, and we were talking about doing something that you loved. And I was working a really crap recruitment job. I was working like 7 a.m. until 7 a.m. every day, super unhappy. I was broke, and I was like, I wanted to go out the same way as him, like that. We were in the same mind state. Anyway, he sadly passed, and then I was like, listen, like I need something that I wanted. I need to just do something with my life in it. There's something that is just out of the box that like gives me life. So I got into music, but when I got into music, I ended up being like, after a long while, I had a really big song that went like done like 100 million streams and whatnot. I did a bunch of stuff, but I didn't have that like financial freedom. I didn't have I was still working a 9 to 5, doing multiple sales jobs, all sorts, right? So then I got into trading, and trading for me gave me everything that music couldn't give me, which was, accountability, self-reflection, being able to improve myself. And music, the problem with it is that it promotes sporadicness, creativity, outlandishness. And the more crazy or the more out of the box you can be, the more it rewards you, for marketing wise and whatnot. Ooh, bless me. So yeah, I got into trading about 5 years ago, and it was the best decision I ever made. And now all I do is music and trading. So yeah, now I live out in here, Bangkok. Been out here for 2 years now. So yeah, man, it's great. It's great. So I'm hoping we can share some gems. I can share some gems with you guys with my story, with like any advice. It was not long ago, only literally a couple years ago, that I was a unprofitable trader. I'm always learning every single day. So any lessons that I share with, any lessons that come across myself that I'm still developing with and learning, I'm always going to share them with you as well. And I'm also going to help you guys go from, that if you're unprofitable or around break even, trying to help you guys get to that profitability stage. And sometimes a lot of you guys are closer than you think. Just because your P&L is in negative doesn't mean that you're not profitable. Okay, sometimes literally you just need a few little tweaks. I don't know why I'm going like that. But sometimes all you need is just a few little tweaks to get to that profitability stage, So, yeah. Anyway, guys, we are cracking on with the stream today. All right. Just before we jump onto the charts, I want to know where everybody is from in the world. So can you let me have man said why for that, my brother? Can everyone let me know, where are you at in the world? Where are you from in the world? My straw is broken, by the way. So in case you hear me drinking this and it goes, it's because the straw's broken. I'm not being annoying. So we are from Bournemouth. Yes, Josh, what's going on? Bournemouth, Nigeria, Syria, Artan. Not heard of that place before, but it sounds great. I'd go there. South Africa, Sweden, Zimbabwe, India, Serbia, Belgrade, Hungary, Nigeria, Kasongo, Nigeria. Wow. What a diverse audience. Portugal. Jeez. We got the whole world in my stream. South Africa. Wow. Italy. Damn, guys. We are multicultural. I need to... Poland, India. Wow. Okay. I need to start speaking some more language. I need to get on Duolingo, mate, because... Damn. That's sick. I love that. Love from Bangladesh. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. So we've got a good audience today. All right. So someone asked, am I trading today? The answer to that question is potentially. I'm never going to guarantee it, but today for me, it is NFP day, and you kind of you do have to be careful with the market. Like for me at the moment, I'm just looking at the charts. All right. Are we ready to jump on the charts, guys? Are we ready to jump on the charts? Someone said, music and trading unites us, Artan. Yes, sir. Is there anybody who makes music in here? Let me know. Yeah. Chart Fanatics is global. Trust me. All right, guys, make sure if you are joining, if you are watching, don't be a passive viewer. Click the subscribe button, click the like button. I want everyone who is watching right now, click that like button. You know what I'm saying? It helps. Like, this is completely free. All right. This is a trading platform right now. Not trading platform, sorry. A platform that we're going to really try and help traders. Like, we're really trying to help traders, giving free education. We're getting guys on with like years and years of experience that you could not get this before. Okay. You could never, ever, ever get this especially when I was coming up trading. There was not free education like this, live trading, any of this stuff. Okay. So if you want this to continue, all we ask, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe. So I want to see that like button go up right now. Anyway, all right, guys. So let's jump onto the charts. Let's jump onto the charts. Excuse me for 10 seconds because my... All right. All righty. So let's have a look and see what's going on right now, all right? There could be a play here. There could actually be a play here. We just got to be a little bit more patient. So my thoughts during the start of the week, right? Oops. Okay, actually, this is perfect because I was going over with a one-to-one student this, right? This is accumulation. Okay. Does everyone know what accumulation, manipulation, and distribution is? Does everyone know what that is? If you don't know, we're going to go over it. Okay. But this is, I'm not just going to be doing an education lesson right now. I'm going to be applying it to the real charts. Okay. And how this is related to us this week. So let me know. Give me a yes or a no. Does everyone know what accumulation, manipulation, and distribution is? M said, I make EDM techno. Sick, bro. Love that. You don't know? That's no problem. Yes. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Cool. So if you know, accumulation is when price is accumulating like this. It's ranging. It's consolidating. Okay. Manipulation is when we get a liquidity sweep like this. And distribution, so you see we accumulated. We had stuff at the highs and lows here. For me, I always look for some sort of a key level like this, right? Manipulation. And then I'm looking for what? Distribution, okay? Distribution to the upside. All right, so this. Now, where do you want to be playing a part in the market? Really, you want to be either at the manipulation or at the distribution. But the manipulation is a little bit lower probability because you're trying to catch the manipulation, but you absolutely can. Like, this is what we do. However, look at the market. This is what we've been talking about this week. When I sent it my weekly forecast on my Instagram, well, I sent it in Instagram and Discord, obviously, but we had an expansion. So we had an expansion to the upside on the DXY. This is the dollar, by the way, guys. Yeah. Expansion to the upside. We then consolidated. I'm looking at a key level, which is this daily fair value gap. Okay. This daily fair value gap. Then we have a wick below here, manipulating, and a close back inside this range. This candle's range right here. You see this? Okay. Once we wicked below and closed back inside that range, to me, boom, off to the upside. That's all we're doing. Okay. That is all we are doing. So I was basically looking to buy up until here. The only thing that's throwing me off a little bit today is that once we took that liquidity up here, sorry, that if you've just joined the stream now and you look at this on my chart, you must think, what the is this guy doing? So yeah, cool. We had a very big reaction here, a very, very big reaction here. And we do have to accept that in this market at the moment, right, we are very rangy. Like since the 15th of May, so for 3 weeks, we have just ranged like this. Like we've just completely been stuck in a range. And that's the reason why is the market hates uncertainty. So it's always going to be a little bit more choppy, or the dollar's going to pump. And in my opinion, I'm personally looking for the dollar to pump. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be sucking on that straw. Why for that? All day. I am, yeah. I am, just need to get rid of that smoothie. All right, cool. So are we bullish or bearish on the dollar today? I want you guys to answer. Okay, I want you guys to answer. But also, I'm going to chop it up as well. Now, my overall thoughts are, I'm still bullish. Okay, so once we wicked below here, all right, and popped up. We had still had a decent close here. The day before, wicks below the previous daily low, right, and closed back inside the range. It got ate up very quickly. Now, on the weekly time frame, this doesn't look so great. I'm going to clean up. Let me just delete this so that, yep. This right here doesn't look so good. Just in terms of, I don't like it necessarily that we wicked above it and we could maybe like pop lower. We still have a bit of an imbalance that we could fill here. This is the rest of it anyway of this, but I'm still leaning towards a bullish bias. It's just a bit tougher. So what do I do in a scenario like this, right? What do I do in a scenario like this when I'm trading, for example, like EU, GU, pairs that are like kind of like trapped inside this range? Well, two things. First thing is that I'm always going to stick to my bias. Okay, I'm going to stick to my bias if I see something that's high probability. I am bearish on Euro USD and GBP USD and gold, but gold this looks quite nice, to be fair. I don't know if I'll do a proper analysis on all these pairs. There's no rush for this right this second, okay? But I have my daily bias for the day, right? I'm still bearish on. I think I'm still bearish on EU, GU and whatnot. We did have like a nice run here in the morning yesterday. I actually was looking for sells here, so this was my first loss of the week. Looking for sells. This is my win on Tuesday. So I'm actually a little bit like, I'm here, like I'm kind of neither here nor there. And the main reason why is I don't feel like when I'm looking at this is still like somewhat bullish, right? But I'm bullish on the DXY still. So I've got a bunch of these lows, this like resting liquidity here that I'm looking at. And I'm going, I could absolutely sell down to there. The thing is that I don't know if today is going to be the day that we do that. Or maybe we manipulate with NFP. So I'm like, I don't really want to play a massive guessing game at the moment. Like, for me, I can try and predict what's going to happen in the markets, but I need the market to tell me a little bit more. Like, I'm going to break down this. Like, we've got a good 2.5 hours on this stream, so I'm going to break down the trades that I took this week, which was on Euro. It was on German 30. Where's my? Oh, there. It was on German 30, which was this buy here, and yeah, that's my thoughts. But what's everyone's thoughts on today? Has anyone got anything in particular? Yeah, I will. I'll absolutely. I'm going to be breaking down all of the trades that we have taken this week. So don't you worry. We will be doing that. Okay. What's everyone's bias on the dollar this week? What's everyone's bias on the dollar? Are we, like I say this week, sorry, but today, what are we thinking today? Are we bearish? Are we bullish? Or are we not sure? And guys, being not sure and owning that is freaking important. Okay? It's freaking important. When you are looking at the market and you are not sure, if you can identify that you are not sure and own it and accept that honestly, and if you set out the market when you're unsure, that is a trait of a trader that is probably going to become successful. Seriously. So if you are not, you know what I'm saying? If you're unsure, own it, because that will pay you a lot of money. Most people, even me, right? Like, especially when I was learning, I was always not sure and I didn't have confidence. I didn't have confidence that I was unsure, you know? So I just decided to take a trade to make myself almost like gain my confidence back. And that's what really hindered my progress when I first started, because I was just trying to take unnecessary trades and whatnot. You get me? So M says, I'm bullish. Anyone else? God says, I'm unsure every day. Don't worry, bro. Like, you're never going to be 100% certain. You're never going to be 100% certain when you are trading. All you can do is get to a point where, for example, like me, right? Where once this consolidated, we had a daily fair value gap. And once we wicked below and closed back inside this range here, right, there was nothing else I could do. On top of that, Mr. Orange Man basically came out with like, there's a ceasefire. We're stopping the war. And I knew he does this every Sunday. All right, every Sunday he'll tell you that, oh, there's a ceasefire, or he'll lie to the world. And then we manipulate into a key level, and then we continue higher. Because on Monday, Iran comes out and goes, no, not true. And then we just rally to the upside. So that is, yeah. And this looked really clean. Like even on the 4 hour, right? Look how clean this aggressive manipulation looked. Originally, I actually was buying the on the Monday before here. We did take one win. But this is the real manipulation. This looked like one at the time. Like, I think I was just a little bit. I was quite lucky, to be fair, but this isn't really a manipulation. It is, technically, but you want to be seeing something like that. You know what I'm saying? This is the aggressive nature of price. This is when it's been forced. It's been pushed down, you know? And then we inverted this fair value gap here. We inverted that, right? And once we created an IFVG, then I was looking at this, okay? And we're going to go over, this is exactly why we took the trade on Monday. This right there. And then we came down, boom, filled in this imbalance. So we're like, all right, look, we're starting to now disrespect bearish PD arrays. We're closing them up. We're creating loads of IFVGs now, respecting this, moving higher, respecting this, moving higher. So for me, right, for me, I am basically, we've inverted this. We've also inverted this. Now it's getting a little bit messy. Like now I feel like it's a little bit messy on the dollar. That's just my personal opinion. After we took that high, big aggressive sell-off, order flows kind of flipped to bearish because of that aggressive move down. But we did only, this is the one thing I would say, we did only like come into this, like, and then had a nice big reaction. Like we did have a really good reaction. So I'm still bullish. Still bullish on the dollar. I just don't know. I kind of got to like I wouldn't enjoy, like I get a thrill out of it, but like I wouldn't like to be selling really this. Like this is just made a higher, well, let me just check here. It's like we've come down to this level here. This, like, let's just not call it an order, but this is an order block. But we kind of like come down into this imbalance, this order block, which is like this region anyway. It's quite large, but taking out internal liquidity here, and then we've popped higher and actually broke this structure here. Come down into a discount. We could be pushing higher again, you know. We could be pushing higher again, but then also we could be dumping. So that's why for me today, I'm a little bit unsure. Let's look at gold. What is my friend gold doing right now? Not that much. I mean, I've been bearish on gold as soon as we kind of like, this was something that I was marking out. Let me just delete that. Once we come into this FVG, I was like, we've kind of wicked into it. And then I'm like, yo, we could just tank off. The problem is with this is that like, I'm just looking at, it's going to be a struggle to get down to here. So like we are just consolidating. I mean, this is horrible being trapped in this. Like this consolidation. That is choppy. So we do not really want to be involved in that right now, I don't think. The weekly's taken a lot of liquidity. We could move higher, but it's not that clean. Like it's not that clean. I would look for, like today I would potentially look for buys based on this, but I actually don't like this formation here. I actually, funnily enough, yeah, even though this does look like a nice liquidity sweep and a push higher, I actually don't like the look of it. I can't explain it to you, yeah. But when price leaves like a long wick, I don't like it as much. Like just on gold in particular, like when it's before 8 a.m. That's my main thing. Is when liquidity is taken on gold before 8 a.m. Sometimes I don't like it. Like I don't know. I don't like it. But recently on gold, Asia has been setting the high or low of the day quite consistently, and this is something that I'm going to be looking at a bit more. Like I trade off session sweeps, So my main setup is my New York reversal. That's like my highest win rate. My London manipulation, you know, like 8 a.m. manipulation trades, that's my second highest. And then I have a Frankfurt continuation model as well, which is where between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. takes liquidity, such as this, and then break structure. And then what I would basically look for, now that we've broken structure here, I would look for a pullback here to continue higher. But Frankfurt continuation trades are my lowest performing, so I've kind of got to bear that in mind. You know what I'm saying? You know what I am saying? All right, let's look through some of the comments. What strategy do you trade? Yeah, so I trade like it's kind of my own. It's a liquidity strategy, but it's like a version of ICT. So I use kind of like ICT and CRT in my main my daily analysis, and then my intraday analysis is quite mechanical. So my strategy, I used to literally all day every day trade. Like as soon as this is swept, I'm buying, and I'm trying to go for like a 1 to 10 RR, like up to here, for example, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take out this liquidity, and then, or I'd look for just any sweep, for example, like, even though in fairness, this would have been a really good one, but I'm looking for a sweep here, and then I'd enter on here, for example, and, you know, I'd try and target the lows, which in fairness, now I'm marking it out, it looks quite good in theory, but I'd basically be taking way too many trades, and I didn't have reasons to stay out of the market. So I had to go with, and I suggest a lot of traders do this as well, is like, you have to look at your data and what do you really believe in. And something that really resonated with me, and I knew worked, was always my session sweeps. So I'm looking at Asia range, I'm looking at London range, I'm looking at well, that's basically it really, because I don't look at New York range, and I'm looking at my daily overall direction. Am I bullish, bearish, or unsure? Those are the only three things. I'm either looking to buy, sell, or stay out of the market. And I wanted to get good at doing that. So I basically just studied the daily time frame, and I use daily CRT. If you don't know does anyone know what CRT is? I feel like CRT is not really that known. First time here in the live. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. Does anyone know what CRT is? It's called candle range theory. Anyone know? Does anyone here trade CRT? I doubt there's many people here that trade CRT. It's very simple. I'm going to give you a quick lowdown as to what CRT. So CRT is simply candle. Bear with. Now, if any of you guys want to learn this a little bit more, you can subscribe to my YouTube, artan.fx, or you can just follow me on Instagram. Okay, I do a lot of free videos about this, so you can just follow me. It's up there anyway. You can see it anyway. So, candle range theory. It's basically, right, we are just looking at the like daily and weekly candles, and we're looking at a candle forming. Okay, we're trying to identify a range, and then we are looking for a manipulation of that range. Okay, and a close back inside, such as this. Excuse my drawings. I am a rapper and a good trader, but I cannot draw for shit. So once we identify that a manipulation has taken place inside a key level, we are then looking to buy to the opposing end of that range. Okay, now there's obviously a little bit more to this. You can't just look at any wick above a candle and close back inside the range. You can't. But if you use it in confluence with market structure, such as high highs and high lows, or internal range to external range liquidity, such as here, this is where you will tend to find right here, all right, at this internal range liquidity, this is where you'll tend to find something like this occur. Ignore the colors of the candles and the general crappiness of this drawing, but you get me. Like, this is what we are looking for in alignment with the high time frame. Okay, who knows, the best example that I can give you right now of this, which is why we had a really good week this week, is on the dollar. Okay, the dollar gave us exactly that. Okay, so we had our expansion that I just mentioned here. This is a live example, right? Expansion, we had a consolidation, we had our internal range liquidity, which basically, if I'm honest with you guys, right, if you don't know what internal range liquidity is, let's not complicate it. It's literally all you're looking at is an expansion, and you're just looking at either an imbalance like this, or you're looking at like this. This is the imbalance here, between this wick and this wick. There's a gap. It means price has pushed aggressively in one direction. I was about to sing One Direction there, but I don't actually know any of their songs. But anyway, enough with the dead dad jokes. Then we have manipulated into this key level here, wick below and closed back inside the range. As you can see, we have a candle formation, exactly the picture that I just drew to you. Okay, this is exactly, let me just clean this up. This is looking a bit messy. Clean charts, clean mind, more profit. Artan 2026. That is the worst quote I've ever heard in my life, but anyway. I need to stop with these dumb quotes. So wick below and close back inside the range, and then what we're doing and targeting the opposing end. So after we've met this liquidity now, to be honest with you, I don't really know what's happened. I don't really know what's going to happen. We have taken out the previous monthly high. It doesn't mean that we're going to reverse. Like I don't actually expect us to suddenly just tank off here. Not saying we can't do that, but I don't expect us to do that. I feel like I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't like how indecisive we've been. Like we are still trapped inside this range, but that is basically this right here is candle range theory. All I'm looking for is manipulations, and then I'm looking for strong closes to validate my bias, and I'll be looking for like an open low or something like that. But the short of candle range theory is I'm just looking for a key level, a wick below, and a close back inside the range. And I'm basically now going based on my knowledge of candle range theory. We should be at least targeting 50% of this range. So the next day I'm going to look to buy up to here. And also if we get a strong close that is like, oh, okay, so the next day was fairly bullish, like kind of validates this candle here, then I'm looking to buy up to the high here. Okay. And as I said, guys, like this isn't a full masterclass, but I'm trying to give you some free game here. But if you do have any other questions or you want to look at any information, you can feel free to check out the Instagram. Have now manipulation on gold on the 4-hour candle. Let's have a little lookage. So on the okay, let me just clean all this up because I hate. Okay, clean chart. We do have a weekly CRT here. Okay, like we were just talking about. Wick below, close back inside the range. However, the however with that is that we do have this. Okay, we've taken out the high already, and we are overall bearish. So if we're looking at reversals, like are we with order flow? No, we're not. But we could be essentially catching a manipulation here. Okay, we could be catching a potential manipulation, but it's always going to be slightly lower probability. This for me is there's no real signs that we are bullish right now. If we're looking at just like higher highs and higher lows on gold, we've got a let's go from here: high, low, lower high, lower low. Oh no, sorry. Lower high, lower low. This kind of broke it, but it didn't break it. It just tapped into this imbalance up here, and it looks like it could continue lower and make a new lower low. But you could argue that this is a breaker structure here. So it's kind of like I'm overall bearish. I've not really seen the manipulation that I would like to see in order for me to be bullish necessarily. However, the however on this is that on the 4-hour, this does look a little bit better. Like this does look a little bit better here on the 4-hour. We have an aggressive manipulation into a key level here, right? This 4-hour, and then we do technically break structure. It's not a close above. It's not a close above. We do break structure. We now have an imbalance. We have internal range liquidity that we have swept, and then we pushed up and we did break this structure here, right? We created a higher high here. Okay, so now what have we done? We've come down into this kind of like order block region, which took liquidity, basically the most discounted area, and now we have swept liquidity on the in Frankfurt session at just at like 7.15, and I've pushed up to the upside. So for me, yeah, we could absolutely be bullish, but overall it's still looking somewhat bearish. I would rather see gold. I'd rather see gold show me a little bit more, like some sort of a strong close today or something, like maybe on the 4-hour a really strong close or whatever. And then at least if we are to be then somewhat bullish on gold, you can then wait for a pullback and like buy up to this high here. And then you've got a big range to play with. But until gold is bullish, I'd just be cautious of buying gold just at the moment. I think it's just a little bit uncertain. Like if you were going to get in, you should have got in. Would you have even got in? New York session yesterday was dead. What, you going to trade in Asia? No. Yesterday, you could have caught sells yesterday. That's the only thing I would give you, is that you could have caught sells yesterday. But for me at the moment, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I'm when I think about being bullish, bearish, or unsure, I'm leaning towards unsure. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Give me a 1 in the chat if you are with me right now. Give me a 1 in the chat if you are locked in, if this is all making sense. Obviously, I know that quite a few people trade very differently, but I'm giving my my source on this. Is everybody enjoying? Can we please get some likes? We're on 52 likes at the moment on the YouTube. Let's get that to 100, please. Let's get that to 100. This is my first ever YouTube stream with you guys. As I said, my name's Artan. Artan FX. People know me as the rapper trader or Artan LDN or whatever. But yeah, man, if you are enjoying, make sure let me just refresh the page real quick, because I need to see, are we live? Oh, all right, we've gone up to 64, so 12 people have hit the like button. Let's get that to 100. Let's get that to 100. We need to tell YouTube, listen, mate, yeah, the people want some good top tier trading education, and you know what I'm saying, this is the channel for it. You get me? You get me. So yeah, this is my thoughts at the moment. I just don't know if we're going to expand as much on gold. Like, this is the only thing I would maybe look at on gold, right? I would look for, if I was looking for buys, right? Which I'm not. I don't know if I'm really banking. I would rather. I think I'm still rather in a bullish DXY. This for me right here. Yeah, is probably going to be my point of interest. This right here, that fair value gap here, yeah, is looking juicy. It's looking saucy. It's looking like something I want to be a part of. It's looking like, oh, you know, it's looking like a romance night. It's looking like burger and lobster with the missus, you know, on a Friday night. You know, saucy. This for me, this is the last point of interest. This is the last point of interest that I'm going to care about until here. And if we do break this low, maybe NFP takes out this liquidity here, which is that the previous daily low, this. So I could look at either this or I could look at this. And this is me sticking to a bullish bias, but this is why I say this is lower probability, just because we've already this was my target. And now that we've reached that target, I just need to know a little bit more about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys spamming 1 in the chat. Appreciate. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying the stream. As I said, this is my first time on her. So appreciate Chart Fanatics Live for letting me on. Let's give some shout outs into the chat already. Who is locked in? We've got Ethan, Mr. Wonder, Breggy Ben, Willsey, Prentice, Abraham, BK, Eminem, Renner, Mr. Enzo, Aditya, Gord Funded. I should start a DJ set, you know what I mean, and get some like drum and bass on and be like, okay. And we got Jupiter in the car, and we got M Wine and the job, Our House Crafts. Boop, 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 boop. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Do you trade NQ futures? I don't really trade it much, but I do look at it. Let's have a little lookage. US Tech 100. This was the only POI that I was looking at yesterday. And it's quite mad. We did have a big move, but guys, this is I mean, I definitely think that we could push lower. I definitely think that we could push lower here. I mean, the weekly. This is the thing with NQ, right? Or just with the NAS in general, US Tech 100, whatever you want to call it, right? It's like I see it as like all pretty similar. On the daily time frame, even though you could be like, oh my god, we're gonna absolutely tank here, guys, it's still overall bullish, man. It's still overall bullish. So for me, this point of interest on the daily would really interest me. This like gap, basically, this here, taking out this liquidity right here. That for me is definitely the most the bet. I just wouldn't sell down to there, you know. Like I would be careful with selling down to there. My stance on NQ, right, is like, even though yes, like it's a great asset to trade, I just think it's better to align myself with 60% buys. I know that might sound very controversial, right? This is going to sound, some of you guys are going to agree with this. Some of you guys are going to laugh, okay? But because I don't really trade NQ, but if I did trade NQ, what I would do is when we're in a bullish expansions like this, I would favor buy setups all day. Like if you just bought NQ, right, since 2023, and you only aligned yourself with a bullish bias, and you said, if it's bearish, I'm going to stay out for the day, you would probably be right if you flipped a coin 60% of the time. So for me, I look at NQ and I'm like, okay, like if I was to trade NQ, bear in mind, I don't really trade it. I would probably just align myself with like bullish biases and wait for big pullbacks. Obviously that won't work in a bear market or whatever, but I just think when price is expanding a lot, like since, for example, well, for a while, basically, I think it would just make sense to like play a part in like the real key levels where buys would happen, you know? Yeah, so that's just my thoughts. I'm not saying to just only buy NQ. I'm just saying that like when it's in expansive mode, just wait for those pullbacks maybe, and then look to buy. Because if you do as well, if you're a part of this, like most people would be selling here. Do you know what I mean? But really, if you were to just buy, you could even leave runners and partials and shit. So that is my thoughts. But yeah, let's chop up NQ real quick. Let's look at the days real quick. So how did the week start? So let me go on. Is this? I don't think this indicator works for me that well. Okay, cool. Let's move this. All right. So Monday, decent range. Tuesday popped up. Wednesday, manipulation, looks like high of the week. Thursday, continuation trade. Friday, I don't know if we're getting a distribution today. I just don't know if we're getting a distribution today. I'm not saying like that I'm not saying that I'd be like, I could be wrong. I'm just saying that I don't favor a distribution today. If anything, I favor a bit more of a manipulation today. See this as a little bit of like just a bit of a pansy week, really. Like, not pansy week, but it's not. I think this is just more of a consolidation. You see how this is kind of like, I'm waiting for like these lows to get manipulated all around here. Sorry, ADHD. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get. I'm gonna answer some of your guys' questions. So please ping it in. So how do you trade? Swing trader, day trader? I'm a day trader. I am a day trader. I don't really enjoy swing trading. Do you know what it is? Yeah. In theory, swing trading is great. Like, it makes a lot of sense to me, but I don't, like, just me personally, the way that I trade, I don't really have the mental discipline to hold for weeks or days and stuff like that. I just like to be in and out of the market as quick as possible. I don't scalp, so my trades are usually like anywhere from 1 to 6 hours, 1 to 6 to 8 hours. Like, usually I'll hold that trade. And I enter my trades on like the 5 or 15 minute.
That's my that is how I operate. Let's have a look at gold, see what gold's saying right now. Oops. I do like the idea of I like the idea of gold. I just like could I have got in it? I wouldn't. I don't think I would have had my entry anyway, and I wouldn't have. I don't like it when gold manipulates before 8 a.m. I don't like that. I don't like that. What's GU and EU saying? Are we in that POI on DXY? All right, we have tapped into this now. This is my POI, so this is the only thing that I would maybe look at. I don't like how aggressive this was in the morning, like this 4 hour. Really don't like. I don't like this. Like to reverse this is a big deal. Got 30 minutes left in this candle. I just think this is very big. Wish someone told me that. Anyway, let's ignore that one. Yeah. So this is my POI. I'm looking for something aggressive here. If not, then we may take this as internal liquidity. So I'm literally right now. This is where I'm looking at. I just don't like EU though, bro. Like, even though DXY, we've got this somewhat of a POI here. It's not the best. I've got to be honest. This is not the best POI, but it's still. When I say POI, by the way, guys, it means point of interest. It just means a key level that I'm looking at, a potential area. I could look at this. It's just like the main reason is we did invert this back. So we had a IFUG here, a bullish IFUG basically. And then I'm looking for some sort of like maybe last point of interest here. And this is my last one. And then we take out this. I'm still bullish. I'm still bullish on the dollar. It's just, we're just trapped in this range, bro. So it's just not that nice. Let me see what German 30's doing. All right, German 30, we may have something here. Whoa. Okay. So Asia range. Oh, this would be sells right here. You could look for sells. I'd be a bit careful. I'd maybe have a bit wider stop, but this is sells. Let me just check what the yesterday did. Oh, it's a tough one, you know. Oh, I said this is a tough one, guys. This is a tough one for me. This is a tough one. Give me like 1 second. I just need to, because basically, right, weekly fair value gap, bullish overall, tapped into there on Wednesday, potentially Thursday low of the week. This is my POI that I've been wanting to see. I've been wanting to wait for. We've been respecting bullish PDRAs. So really and truly, my bias is leaning towards bullish, but my intraday, this is not. I'm not in this, by the way, just in case you think I'm in this. There's no entry for me right now. I would consider that, but this is wild. This in Asia. That is madness. That is madness. It's just intraday. This looks quite good as a sell, but higher time frame wise, I'm bullish. So like, this would probably be a normal entry. In terms of entry model, I would look for liquidity sweep into a key level. But we've not actually. Did we take out? Wow, that's just a big old dump, isn't it? That's a big old dump, brother. Yeah, I can't be in that. I can't be in that. I would rather look for buys. Like now that we're in this level, and this is the thing, right? Now that we're in this level here, and I'm going to go over these trades in the next hour. We're going to go over the trades that I took this week and the breakdowns. But due to this expansion, after taking out all this liquidity here into this key level, I would rather look for buys. And who cares if there's no point selling this. No point selling this. I just look for buys. Like, I would rather see us manipulate these. Oops. God, clicking all over the gaff right now. I'd rather see us manipulate these lows here to then continue higher. That is what. That's what I'd rather see. You know. Which session do I think is the best for gold? I think that I don't really know, to be honest with you. Like I like London session personally, but New York reversals is the best. It's just London, like Asia range has tended to set the high or low of the day with gold. So it's quite interesting when you look at the data like that. Yeah, this is just trapped in here. I'm not playing a part of that. AUD, let's do this. Okay, Mr. AUD. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Even though the dollar's in this POI, this little bit imbalance here, bro, EU and GU just don't look like I can't be selling that, bro. Look at that small Asian range. Look at that small. Well, it's not that small, this one, to be fair. But do you want to be selling this after it's just impulsed, basically broken structure? Do you want to be selling it? Not really. Like, I mean, when you're looking at it like that, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. You know? It is tough. So I'm sorry, there's not really that much for me right now. When I'm just looking at the market, there's just not really that much for me at this moment in time. All right, guys. Who is following me on Instagram? I'm going to drop you some of you guys a follow back. Make sure you follow me. It is Artan FX. I've just put my channel in here in the comments. So make sure that you are, and please make sure that you are liking the video. We need to get to 100 likes, guys. Come on, we can get to 100 likes right now. We can literally get to 100 likes right now on this video. So make sure that you are subscribed, and you need to, if you want to type in the chat, you got to click subscribe. Subscribing is, guess how much it is? Guess how much it is? You'll never guess how much. All right, it's expensive. It's fucking free. All right, so click the subscribe button now. Hit the like button, and yeah, man, put in your questions. Like, and one thing I'd say about any traders that I've ever mentored, right, or just forget mentored, that I know, right, the best traders that become successful are the ones that ask questions. They're the ones that ask questions. They are interactive and they're transparent. Okay, the traders that aren't good are the ones that are, they don't really know, you know, like they keep themselves to themselves. They're not like, they don't like being honest and open about this scenario. Bro, bun all that. Yeah, listen, I will back myself. If I'm in a losing streak, I don't mind. I want to learn, so I will share that with you. If I'm in a winning streak, I'm going to share that with you. If I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to share that with you. Like, and I think you guys should be the same. You should be, I'm not saying share it with your friends and family. I'm saying, like, in communities, or whenever you have people that have more experience than you, or people that you just like to be in their position, always ask questions. All right, asking questions will get you in so many of the right rooms in life in general. So please, when you have opportunities, especially like this, to actually, you know, develop and learn and potentially go make one small tweak to your strategy that helps you, even if it's 0.1%, all right, that could be the driver. That could be the change to your trading. So never be shy. If you have a question, as long as it's not a stupid question, like, how do you spell your name? Because it's on the screen, for example, then ask it. You know what I mean? I'm only joking. But, like, genuinely though, ask questions, all right? Ask questions. What's my YouTube? You've literally just added me on YouTube, my brother. So luckily you actually have it right there, at Artan FX. So yeah, this is my YouTube channel. What's my trading YouTube channel? My music YouTube channel is Artan. Just type in Artan, ARTAN. The video will come up. It's done a bunch of views, so you should spot it. But yeah, all right, let's see how many likes we are on right now. Let's see how many likes we're on. We're on 85 likes. We've still got 15 likes to go. So if you haven't clicked it, yeah, honestly, what are you doing? What are you doing? But yeah, make sure you're liking, subscribing to Chart Fanatics, and also follow me as well. Artan. My Instagram is artan.fx. Okay, artan.fx. Anyway, cool. So since there's not really that much right now that I can look for, just to be clear, by the way, right, I actually kind of, this is a bit of a controversial one because I could be so wrong, but I kind of like this as a target. Not right this second, but I kind of like just this whole region as a target for liquidity. Like I'm kind of liking it. I don't like Euro USD right now. Like I would never. This is not an order block. This is just like I don't even know what to describe this as. This is not really a good point of interest for me. The DXY is the only thing, but again, do you want to be selling again? Do you want to be buying against this right this second? Not really. With NFP and everything, and this could be internal liquidity. So I'm sitting out of that. But let's talk about the trades. First of all, who is enjoying the live so far? All right. Who is enjoying the live? Put 1 in the chat if you are enjoying the live and you would like to see me back. Put 2 in the chat if you don't really care and you're just trying to make some money today with trading and you're just like, listen, mate, shut up and get on with it. And put 3 in the chat if you are just here, you're a completely new trader. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So we'll do a quick shout out. Jupek, Edge Arbiter, Live You Daniel, Reggie Ben, Zero. Yes. We're running to the top in the chat. Love it. Love it. I am also gonna add to that and put 1 in the chat as well. But yeah, guys. Cool, amazing. So right now, like I said, okay, I just, you can't be selling this right now. Like, not saying this can't sell off, but you can't be selling this right now. It does look like it's continuing bullish. DXY, after we took that high out, aggressive move down, popped up, very aggressive. As I said, I'm still bullish, but I can't, like, I'm still bullish overall on the higher time frames. But we're just range bound. Like, what I really wanted to see was I wanted to see us like close strong here and then like continue to like rally upwards. But we're just range bound. I don't know if there's any like specific news or anything that's come out recently about some sort of lie that Trump said about ceasefires or whatever. You know, he says whatever he wants. He does what he wants. Orange man, he does what he wants. Anyway, just to be clear, I don't rate him. But yeah, this looks like we could probably come down and take this liquidity. There's just no trade for me. Like, even though I it's coming for this high here, there's just still no trade for me. Like, I don't have, there's no entry model, nothing like that. If anything, to be honest with you, I kind of, like I said, I want to see something happen at these highs or something, and then I'd continue lower. But just not really much. Like, not really much for me personally. Anywhere, to be honest, not much. I'm just looking at the NAS. There's honestly nothing really, and it's NFP day, so that's probably why. But let's go over. If we're all ready, should I do a trade breakdown for the the 2 trades? Well, the 3 trades that I took this week. Oh, my shoulder a little bit. So we've got my German 30. What would you guys want to see first? Okay, the trade breakdown for my German 30 win, my pound win, or my pound loss yesterday. I'm going to go through all 3, but what one would you want to see first? Let me know in the chat, please. And is anyone here from my community in here? Is anyone from my community? Give me a shot. Give me a shout and let me know. Yes, man, like Billy inside the cot. Inside. Inside. Okay, cool. So gold is going down to the point of control. Oh, so you use the point of control. Interesting. I used to use it a little bit, but I don't know where your point of control is though, because obviously point of control depends if you're using like this range or like the previous day or whatever. But fair enough, bro. Nice. So what do you guys want to see? Would you rather see my pound win breakdown? Shall we do that? All right. since there's nothing for me on the charts right this second, I think we should do that. I think that would be really helpful for you guys. So let's do a quick segment, all right? We are going to break down, and I want you guys to be making some clean notes here, yeah? Some really good notes, all right? We are going to be breaking down my trade. This is not it. This is just something that I would potentially look at, but it's lower probability because it's Frankfurt continuation. We're going to break down my German 30 trade, okay? Are you guys locked and loaded? Are you guys locked and loaded, all right? You should be literally clipping this in your mind, okay? And making notes. This is free game right here. Okay, cool. So this is how I'm made. Let me just get it up for you right here. I'm gonna just so because I always like to be as transparent as possible. Wait. Okay, cool. Airdrop. Accept. Downloads. Good copy. Okay, how do I add this image just onto here, just so I can share with you the entry and exit. Choose image. Bear with me literally 1 second, guys. Uno seconda. As oh, it's too large. Anyway, okay, cool. It doesn't work. Anyway, this is how I made $12,000 on this DAX trade on one of my evaluation accounts. So this passed me a challenge. Now, the first things first is what we're going to look at is we're going to try to identify if I'm bullish or bearish on the day. Okay. Now, for me, it was this day here, right? So ignore this current candle. I was basically looking at this fair value gap, this daily fair value gap, and I'm looking at price going, we are starting to respect it. We've wicked once into it. We've wicked again into it. And we've basically filled it, as in like we've wicked down all the way, but we are rejecting this area. And we are overall bullish. We've got liquidity resting above. I'm going, all right, cool. We're respecting bullish PDRAs, right? High highs and high lows still. There's only one thing I'm looking for, which is buys, okay? So the next thing that I'm doing is now that I know my daily buys for the day, I'm sure of my daily buys for the day, I'm now going, where is my liquidity target? So my target is going to be this high here. Why? Well, really, it's just this random wick that didn't break structure afterwards. Like there was no wick and then we broke structure. It's just a random wick that is just lying in the middle of price, right? Sorry, and it's also the previous daily high. Okay, it's the Thursday high. Sorry, not the previous daily, but the Thursday high. So we've got Friday high here and Thursday high. But for me, this was a really nice target. And I'm like, I'm bullish. We're in a really key level. This is my target. So the next thing, all I'm looking for is now I'm looking for a session sweep. Okay. So we had Asia session here. And what did we do? We opened the day. Okay. We opened low. So we have open, low, high, close. That is really, really important when you're looking at price. Okay. If you are bullish, you want to be looking for an open low, taking some sort of liquidity, and then you're looking for your entry model. So it depends what your entry model is, right? Different people have different entry models. It's totally fine. But for me, I have a really clean at 7:45, boom, sweep of liquidity at the open, clean break of structure. And not only that, not only did we just get a break of structure, which was added, this was added confluence for me, right? We had an aggressive move lower, and then we had an inverted fair value gap, or BPR, whatever you want to call it, right? Right here. Once we aggressively pushed lower, open low, and then inverted this and broke structure to the upside, which was here on the 15-minute as well, right? Which was here. There was only one thing that I was going to do, and that was to set my limit and buy. So I'm setting my limit on the pullback, stop loss at the low that took the liquidity, and I'm targeting 3R. So I actually took profits here. I actually took profits here because I target 3R every time. Now, the reason why I take 3R every single time with my trading is because when I was starting trading, and I'm sure it's applicable to a lot of you guys, is that you enter a trade, you end up going like let's say 1.7R into profit like this, and then it reverses all the way back here, and you close out for like 0.5R or 1R, and you're going, oh, like I just needed to protect the position because I need to secure some sort of money on the table, right? And then price continues higher and you're like, oh my God, I should have just left it. So you're like, oh, how do I get back in the position? So then you re-enter another trade here and it goes near your take profit, like near this wick, right? And so you get to like here, then it reverses all the way back here, and you're like, oh, I'll close it out at 1R. So now you've just made like 1.5R when you really could have just made 3R. And the problem is that even though this might have worked out for you and you made 1.5R this time, the problem is that it won't work for you when you have a weaker mentality. Let's say and you guys know how this works, right? You start the trading day, you're not really all there. You can tell that you're a little bit needy for the, like you have your wants and needs for the charts. So what you do is when you enter the trade, as soon as you enter, you start to doubt it. So you start trimming your position. You start closing in drawdown. You start closing as soon as it goes to 1R, or going break even too early. That trader, the one who enters after you've entered that trader isn't a very good trader. That's what I had to accept. You might be great at it, but me personally, I was terrible. I am terrible at managing trades. I am not good because I rely solely on emotion. I'm focusing on what my needs and wants are, as opposed to focusing on the most ideal and most probabilistic setup. So what did I decide to do? I decided to go for a fixed 3R system. So the reason why, and this is what I highly suggest you guys doing as well, right, is forget about how much money you're... Oops, I slapped the mic there. What I want you guys to do is forget about how much money you're making, forget about the accounts that you're passing, and just for a moment, focus on the process. Focus on exactly what is the best decision for you. Now, if going for 3R every time does not work for you, right? Let's say you try that for 3 months and it doesn't work for you. Now, you can go through your journal, and you have to journal. If you're not journaling, I don't know what you're doing, right? You need to go over your journal and start to understand and note down how many of these 3R trades actually ran to 4R. In this case, it ran to 4R. How many of these trades, if I went break even on them, would it have saved me? How many of these trades, if I actually closed it at 2R, would I have been overall profitable? Or did it reverse every time? Just before it got to 3R, it reversed and I got stopped. Now you have a whole data sheet to go off where you can now go, not only do I know if 3R works for me, I've found out if 4R works for me. I found out if at 3R, I close 50% and let it run to 4, I've now earned a little bit extra. I've now learned how many times would I have got stopped out at break even and lost the trade? Like, would it have been a good trade for me? Would it have not? Now you've got that data to go off, guys. And this is the difference between you being a break even trader and being profitable. Trading is a game of fine margins. So is sport. Sport is a game of fine margins where you might, for example, be if you want to be a semi-pro player, right? And you're doing a lot of fitness, you're doing a lot of drills, but the professionals, the ones that are in the Premier League, the ones that are playing at the World Cup, they're the ones that are doing extra free kick training after. They're the ones that are doing extra ice baths. They're doing extra physio. They're in the gym more. You might not think, oh, it's not game changing. It's not like, that's not going to change my life, but it's fine margins. We are living in an age where so many people are doing so many things, right? There's so many humans in the world. You need to be different. And in order to be different, it's all about those fine margins. How can you compound those small little parts of your day, those small little parts of your process into something that makes a massive difference? All right. And for me, not sorry to go on a rant, but I'm really passionate about this. Okay. I always thought that I'm getting directions right, or certain little things, or like the old me would have been going, do you know what? I actually think we're running, and I did it even in the moment, right? I was like, we're going to go back to all-time highs. You know what? Let's let it run. That's 6.6R. I've done this is 12k here, but if I go up to there, oh shit, boy, that's really good. That's on that 200k account. That's the whole thing passed, and I'm like, and also now that I've entered on another account as well, that's a decent payout. But you know what that is? That's greed. That's greed. That's not me thinking about the process. That's not me thinking about my data. That's just me thinking about what I want to buy tonight, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's not that's not what you want. Like, you don't want to be that trader. All right, you don't want to be that trader that is just like every time they enter a trade, they're doubting themselves, they're closing their position. I doubt myself, but now I don't do anything. I don't need to do anything about it. I don't need to be sweating on my phone going, oh, that high. Even though I do still, I've got to be honest, I'm always still a little bit nervous in my trades, but I try not to make, like, I don't want a job. The me that is a trade manager is a bad trade manager. Okay. Some of you guys need to accept that. Some of you guys, I think are lying to yourselves about how good you are at trade management, and you're trying to get good at it, but you're not very good at it because it's fueled by emotion, you know? And the day that the moment that I realized that I wasn't good at trade management is the moment that I became profitable. Oh, it's a lovely sunny, woo, outside is bright out in Bangkok right now. Does that make sense, guys? Did everybody understand that trade breakdown that I just did? Give me a 1 in the chat if you are with me, and make sure you are liking the video. We have just hit 100 likes. Let's go. Finally hit 100 likes. Well done, people. Let's get to 150 next. And make sure you are following me on Instagram as well, artan.fx. This is my YouTube channel just here, and make sure you're following me on Insta as well. If you like the style of trading, for example, and you want free content. But yeah. All right, cool, guys. What are you guys looking at? What are you guys looking at right now? What are you guys looking at right now? Anything in particular that you're eyeing up? Anything that you're eyeing up? Hey, hey, woohoo, woohoo. I'm not really looking at much. I've got to be honest. As I said, and just can we just quickly make this clear? Yeah, you saw me 5 minutes ago look at this and say this was a potential sell, right? Did we not? Right? Did we not? We were like, look at that. But what stopped me? Can someone tell me what stopped me from taking this trade? Can somebody tell me in the chat? Chat, somebody tell me what stopped me from taking this trade. What stopped me? What stopped me, guys? I want you guys to tell me what stopped me. Bullish, exactly. Billy, spot on. Bullish, higher time frame. So even if this did come in, cool. Like, that's no problem. But on the higher time frame, I'm still leaning towards a bullish bias. And the reason why is we've finally, like, this is the best, this is a great POI to look at. And we've still got liquidity above. Like, this is bullish. Strong close. Obviously, we don't know if it's going to be bullish today or whatever, but like, even if we get like some sort of an expansion here, I'd be looking for a pullback to then continue higher. So that's why for me, like recently, I'm trying not to care so much about, you know, missing a move. Like, I used to really care about missing this move here. But then I'm like, well, if you know this move's come, you can now catch the pullback. So when it pulls back, you catch this move, and then you just do it until it stops. Even here, right? Look, I'm in and out. We didn't expand to the high, but you know what? I got my money out of the market. I made my little bank. I done my job. Bish bash fucking bosh, mate. You know what I'm saying? Like I said on gold, guys, I'm not actually a massive fan of this. This is valid. So you could if you're in on this, fair enough. Fair enough. But I don't really like the idea of a lot of these trades right now. I don't actually like the idea of a lot of this, to be completely honest. Can I be honest? Can I be honest? All right, I'm just quickly grabbing my drink of water, so I'll be 30 seconds, or 10 seconds. I want to know what's your favorite pairs to trade in the chat. I'm literally going to be 10 seconds. All right, what is your favorite pairs to trade in the chat? Let me know. What is the favorite pairs? I see a bunch of you guys are like NQ. Remember, guys, to drink water. This episode is sponsored by... I'm joking, it's not. Tell you what, though. This is Japanese... Like, so obviously I'm out in Thailand right now. This is Japanese alkaline water. Do you know how banging this is? I am, like, addicted to this water now. Like, it is solid. I wish they had this in the UK. Remember, guys, to drink your water. Beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful. Have we got any Aussies in here? Jean-Claude Van Damme said that one day we may not have water anymore. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I think there's going to be like a mad water tax at some point where like fresh water is like actually really hard to get. And we end up having to pay like an extra council tax, but it's like a water tax that like, or even I think there's already a water tax, but like a clean air tax where like the government is like cleaning the air and we have to like pay for more of that clean air. Like it's just the way that it goes. It's just the way that it's kind of going. So dollar wise, yeah, dollar. I actually think this is my thoughts, right? My current thoughts. We have already manipulated this low here yesterday, and we ate it up aggressively. We have come into a discount of the previous day already, significant discount as well. I don't actually know if we need to come down and take this low. It would be nice internal liquidity, but we could reverse here. I just don't like what I don't like. Well, what I haven't seen yet is I would want to see this. Basically, I need to see like a manipulation here to then go higher. Otherwise, if we just push up like this, we could then push lower because we're still making lower highs and lower lows. Well, it's not even, we're not even making lower highs and lower lows. We've just dumped here. There's no real structure for me to go off. Maybe on the 1 minute, but even on the 1 minute, it's just not really like, I don't even know where the next swing high is. Like, I actually don't, genuinely. So I need to see a manipulation. It's just been a sell-off this morning. Complete and utter sell-off. Same way on pound and whatnot. This is just it's just rallied. I think he took a really good trade yesterday, I believe. Do you have a wife, Artan? I don't have a wife. I've got a missus, but not married yet, my friend. Well, are you offering? Let me know. I'm half Chinese. I trade pretty good, so hopefully I'm a strong candidate. Actually, it's the NQ. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little lookage. Let's have a little lookage in the bookage. Yeah. No. I just honestly, guys, I'm just not really. I'm not really feeling this. In a normal world, I would look at this. I'm just not really feeling this right now. Not feeling it that much. 30. Oh, we've actually just taken out that high there. If this was expansive, I'd maybe look at that. But again, like I said, I'm overall bullish, so I'm not bothering. Not gonna bother. But this could dump from here. Like, in fairness, yeah. If we were to, I'm not gonna bother. Not gonna bother. Like, we could, because technically that did actually suit the edge high, so we could end up down to these lows there and play ping pong with it. But I feel like support and resistance traders are like really loving life right now because like we finally got a range, you know, like this. Like, I think support and resistance traders, I don't really know how they trade, but I think it's like this. They just draw a massive bar across it and go, I'm going to sell here, I'm going to sell here, I'm going to sell here. So they might have lost maybe a few times. Like, actually, no, they would have had a great time. Support and resistance traders. Who here trades support and resistance? Can I ask? Gorish, I'm gonna have to put you on timeout for a minute. All right, you can't ask a question for 30 times. All right, brother. Don't worry. You can ask a question 100%. Just please don't message it 50 times. All gravy though. What shall we look at? What's everyone on tonight, by the way? If you don't, does everyone trade NFP day? Does everyone here give me a 1 if you trade NFP on the day, or give me a 2 if you usually like to stay out of the market on NFP day? What's everyone's preferences? What is everyone's preferences? Okay, interesting. Interesting. Let me see. How do I? So this is. Oops. No. Let me just share this real quick. I'm just going to go over some of the news. Desktop screenshot. This is the news. Where has it gone? Where has it gone? I don't know where my screenshots have gone. I genuinely don't know where these screenshots have gone right now. Okay. What about this? Does this work? What about us? Come on, guys. Work for me. All right. The image stuff is just not working. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. All right. Not just literally just nothing for me at this moment in time, guys. Literally nothing for me. I'm trying to find something that I could give you guys, but yes, tech. You could argue, you could look for this level here, but I would rather look for this level here. But this absolutely is a key level. This here, this order block here on the 4 hour, boom, broke structure to the upside, right here. So the price could, and we've wicked into it once, we could be wicking into it again. Maybe NFP drives some sort of like, I don't know, some move to the upside. Maybe, yeah, maybe like we get like a sweep here in New York. Like that's kind of what I'd look at, but not really much else for me on that one. But yeah, guys, that I'm just basically waiting on the DXY really. I'm waiting on the DXY, motherfucker. All right, we've got some new joiners right now, which is great. Let me just really quickly go on this. This was mine, and we'll go over a breakdown of this trade as well very shortly. But I have a full video breakdown on this, which I'm actually going to drop on my Insta today, and I need to send it into the private group as well. So anyone that's from my community in here, I'm going to send all the breakdowns in by the end of the week. Absolute latest. Absolute latest. So where are we from in the world, guys? I need an update. Where are we from in the world? Let me know where I am currently in Bangkok. So you can't really see in the background because it's a little bit bright right now, but I currently live in Bangkok City. I look a little bit orange. Yeah, I currently live in Bangkok, Thailand. I've been living here for 2 years now. I originally moved here to get profitable with trading. And I had a China tour for my music, but it got cancelled. And then I decided to stay here and focus on trading. And I'm still here 2 years later after becoming profitable. So, yeah, man. No problem, Camilla. Said, thanks for doing London session. No stress at all. Do you guys prefer London session or do you prefer New York session? London session or New York session? My guy, man like Steve in the cut. What you telling me, doggy? So we got UK inside, India, Nigeria, East Africa. Bro said, bro, how is taxes system in Bangkok? I don't know, bro. I'm not a Thai resident. I have a UK business, so everything runs through my UK company. I don't have a Thai account. You don't need one here, innit? I want a DTV. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? So we got a few London in here, Indonesia, South Africa. This is really cool. And how long have you guys been trading? How long have you guys been trading? Like, how many years have you guys been trading? Are you brand new? Are you are you experienced? You know what I'm saying? How many years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It took me to get profitable, guys. It took me 3 years to get profitable, but I did it in like a few different ways. Like I remember having my eureka moment. And when you have that moment, guys, it's fucking mad because you start realizing, oh, like it really is just like capitalizing when you're doing good and the market's doing good, and when it's doing bad, you just try and lose as least as you can. And then like next thing you know, you're just like, oh, like, so I can hit a few wins in a row if I focus on this properly and shit. So 6 years, 4 months, 5 months in futures, 10 months, 6 years, but only 2 years now profitable. Nice, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're new. Nice. Well, hopefully some of this can make sense to you guys. I know that there's going to be some things, like, especially when you watch Chart Fanatics, right? There's going to be some, so this is speaking just the new traders, right? This is what you need to do, okay? I'm gonna, you know what? This is going to be really important because there's no trade for me right this second, right? New traders, okay? This is what your first priority needs to be, okay? In your first 6 months, it can take you less, it can take you longer. Anyway, first thing you're going to need to do is learn the tools, okay? Learn the tools that you are using. Understand the game, right? But what you are not doing, okay? What you are not doing is you are not going to be trying to make money. If you have just started trading, right? You are in your first few months trading, and you are already trying to think about how much money have I made today, or you're even bothered about how much money you've made today or lost, it's already a bad part. You're already in the wrong mentality, okay? And I'm going to give you an example. If you saw your friend playing FIFA, right? He's an Xbox player and he plays FIFA at FIFA tournaments and he makes lots of money because he wins the tournaments. And you're like, do you know what? He just won £10,000 at a FIFA tournament. I want to do that. So you go and buy an Xbox and then you enter the tournament. What would you say to that friend? Let's say you're the person that is going to... What would you say to that friend? And let's say that tournament costs money to enter. What would you say? You'd be like, mate, what would you say? You tell me in the chat. What would you say? You'd say, mate, you're an idiot. I've been playing this game for years. I've learned the controls. I know how to trick shot. I know this. I know that. I'm like, you need experience. Like, why are you paying money to enter a FIFA tournament when you don't even know how to play? And this is the same thing with new traders, okay? Why are you trying to do something that you think that you've got this natural talent, that for some reason you think you're so special that you can trade better than people that have done it for years and years, okay? You got to stay humble. You've got to accept you don't know what you're doing. So what do you have to do? Learn the tools and understand the game. Understand the landscape. Understand trading view. Understand MetaTrader, C-Trader. Like, understand how to place a trade and whatnot, right? The next thing you want to do, okay, is find a strategy and stick to it. Okay? So you're going to find a strategy and you're going to try and be like, okay, cool. I believe in the mentor. The mentor trades live. The mentor shows their wins and losses. Stop caring about how much money your mentor is making if they're making more than other people. And start focusing on, does the strategy speak to me? Am I able to take the same trades as my mentor? Do I understand it? And my biggest advice for you guys, my biggest advice is learn something that is mechanical. Learn somewhat of a mechanical strategy. And if you don't know what mechanical means, it means something that is rule-based. Okay, you need to have certain pillars in place so that you know that it's like, cool, check 1, check 2, check 3. Look at this, right? I literally have right here a rule. This is my rule. Okay, I'll show you my rules, but this is my rule breaks. Okay, I literally have a sheet of when I've broken rules, so I know exactly when I'm breaking my rules. All right. I also have, this is my journal for studying, but let me get, I think it's over, I think it might be in my other drawer because this is a new desk, but I also have, I think it's in the other journal. Anyway, I've got a set rule list that I'm like, okay, I know exactly what rules that I need to meet in order to take the trade. Okay. And then when you look at that for over a certain period of time and you're like, okay, cool. Like, I now can repeat this strategy and my entries look kind of the same. Even whether you're winning or losing, you're now learning. Okay. And then the third thing, right? Once you understand the strategy, right? So let's say you've learned the tools and understand the game. I'm not saying you've got to be good at the game. You understand trading view. You understand the candlesticks. You understand that a strategy needs to be put in place. You might understand liquidity. You found the strategy and you're sticking to it and you're learning. Final thing, well, it's not the final thing, sorry. The second to last thing is you need experience, okay? You cannot teach experience. You cannot teach experience. There are going to be certain times where your mentor, or like myself, for example, might stay out of the market, right? And there might be certain times that I might be in the market. And let's say, for example, some of my students might be like, I understand that, but I'm staying out. But I'm like, no, this looks good to me. This is muscle memory. This is experience, okay? This is, you can only, even down to like holding trades and, you know, trade management, that's from experience. I know myself. I understand myself. I understand when I've had a bad sleep, so I'll stay out for the day. You know, so this is experience. And then the final thing, right? You might still not be profitable yet, but this might be 6 months. It might only be 6 months. It might be 3 months. It might be a year. It might be 2 years. Everyone's got their own journey. The final thing, okay, is improvement. It's improvement through journaling. Now, this entire time, you need to make sure that you are journaling, okay? If you are not journaling, honestly, I don't know, like, you're going to have a very, very hard time. You're going to have a very, very hard time. How do you think the professional football players, professional athletes improve? Does Usain Bolt just run 100 meters and just think, oh, I don't know how I did there, but like, hopefully I'm faster next time? Or he's a bit slower this time. And he's like, mate, nah, I think it was because I just needed to try a bit harder. No, they video record themselves. They literally have analysis of every single movement. How many steps did it take to hit that 100 meters? Are my hands in the right position? Let me watch back that video and see how, actually, I needed to lift my head faster when I came out of the runway. It's the same thing with trading. This is how humans improve. You need to note down your trades. You need to get a visual journal so you can see how your trades look, and a data journal so that you can see what parts of your setup are the best and what aren't. And slowly but surely, once you do all of this, some of you guys will be doing this, but you might not be doing this. Some of you guys will be doing this, but not be counting on experience, right? You might be doing all of it, but you're still waiting on the experience. You got to find out where you are at in your journey, okay? And depending on where you're at, and if you can basically focus on all these things at the same time, at some point you're going to wake up one day and be like, "Bow! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! It's finally clicked." But it's all because you made the right decisions. Okay? Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me? I want a spam 1 in the chat if this is resonating with you. I need to know, guys, who is unprofitable, wants to get profitable, who is really studying, who is journaling. Like, put a 1 in the chat if you are with me, guys. Okay, this is I'm telling you this from somebody who was unprofitable for 3 years. I blew accounts. I had bad months every month for 3 straight years, non-stop. Every month was unprofitable for me. So I need you guys to understand that this is the most important part of your journey. And if you have, again, right, this is going to be for a bit more of advanced people, right? But there's going to be times, for example, in April and May, I had a really bad month in April, and May wasn't so good either. I have to gain confidence, and confidence in trading is everything. And I can only do that through journaling, not because I'm journaling about, oh, you stupid idiot, you took a trade, what an idiot you are, you prick. Like, I'm not doing that in my journal. Like, that's what I used to do, but that's me being, because I was emotional. Now it's like, you did take a trade. It was a bad trade. Let's be honest. The market also wasn't expanding, so maybe you could have stayed out. I step back. I start looking at the market. Yeah, to be fair, like, even if I stuck to everything all of my rules, I probably would have been unprofitable anyway. But I could have cut some things down, you know? So that's how you improve. That's how you realize that you're maturing. You realize that, oh, I actually had a bad month. Oh, that's what a bad month looks like after being profitable. Interesting. How can I cut that down next time? And if maybe the market's getting a bit bigger, how can I capitalize? Okay. So that's my like, honestly, yes, big up everyone who's spamming one in the chat. Seriously, I can't stress it enough to you. I want every single one of you guys to be in the same position as me right now. Look, I am not the best trader in the world. I'm not a millionaire yet. But one thing I am is I've made that break into consistency. I'm getting payouts. I'm living full time as a trader out in Thailand. My 13-year-old self would be so proud of myself right now doing what I'm doing. And I want you guys to all achieve the dreams that you want. And whether that is becoming a profitable trader, whether that's making some money on the side, you guys have got to do it. Okay. If any of you guys want my journal, by the way, go to my Instagram. All right. I'm going to put it here and type in and comment on any of my videos journal. Okay. So this is my Instagram, artan.fx, and comment on any of my videos journal, and I'll send you my actual data journal that I use every single day. Okay. So head over there and do it now. I'm going to send it to the first 10 people that comment on the videos. And I'll send it to you after I get off the live. But yeah, all right, cool, guys. Honestly, not that much. I'm leaning towards actually this could be fairly bullish for the day. It could be on EU. Maybe we get a bearish day on the DXY. Like this weekly, after we swept this has had quite a big reaction, but I don't want to be stubborn with my bias, but I mean, this was the move. I think in this market as well, you got to be like a real sniper with these moves. This was the move that I cared about. This to this. Where do I think the next move is going to be? Do I think the next move is going to be this to this? Not really, no. Do I think that the next move is going to be this to this? Not really. I don't think so. I don't know so, but I don't think so. I think the next move could be this to this. I still just think that the dollar's bullish. Maybe I'm deluded. Maybe I need to get off the charts, but that's just what I think. Maybe your boy is a little bit delusional, brother. You know, maybe I need a chill pill, brother. Cool. We haven't swept these lows, but we're in a POI. I just don't think there's going to be much until NFP, guys. I don't think there's going to be that much. But luckily, we're streaming on Chart Fanatics at NFP. I'm personally not, but yeah. Do you have an active YouTube channel? Yes. You can see in the chat there, Artan FX. You see the little blue, the blue one, Artan FX. You can go there and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping a lot more YouTube channels. YouTube channels, not YouTube channels. I'm not Riz. Riz is tons. He's a workaholic. He is. But I just literally just randomly shouted out Riz for no reason. But my YouTube channel is just here. You can see it, Artan FX. I'm going to be dropping a lot more videos. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying is like, there's just not really anything super clean. Like if you told me that you were bearish, I'd be like, yeah, totally understand. If you told me that you were bullish, I'd totally understand. You could have got in like here. You could have got in here maybe on pound once we inverted this on the 5-minute. Like this isn't my strategy, but I know a lot of you guys trade like IFVGs and stuff. So like I think Usman was in from, bro, he was in from like fucking here yesterday, bro. Like I didn't see this happening, but like you smashed that. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Was it the GU trade that you took? It was like, bro, literally a massive move here, yeah, after sweeping it was like into this demand zone or something. I can't remember the exact trade, but it was a mad trade. And then today we've kind of come back into this zone here in Asia and then reacted. So if you were anticipating a bullish bias today at 7:30, we inverted that. Would you have entered? I don't know, because you could have assumed that 8 a.m. might have done something different. So I wouldn't have gotten in there. Even if I was trading that strategy, I wouldn't have got in there. Would I have got in here if I was trading this? No, we didn't even come into a discount at the pullback here. So part of me, if I'm honest with you guys, is thinking this could be a bit of a manipulation. Like that's honestly what I'm thinking. Like I don't really see, like we could push higher, but I just don't like, again, I don't know. I feel like I'm rambling now, but I'm just neither here nor there with the market today. I feel like I had a very clear bias when we had this sell on the pound. Higher time frame key level, which was the daily fair value gap that I was waiting for a while. We swept liquidity. Oops. We swept. Rewind. Rewind. So we swept liquidity into this daily fair value gap. Really nice, strong close the previous day. Strong close continuation I'm basically looking for. We had New York sweep, London high into this like order block. 1 hour IFVG and a 15-minute break of structure. Only thing I can do. And it's post news. Only thing I can do is enter and sell off. Now, I probably could have had a lot bigger of a trade here, but I just go for 3R. But I closed one trade at 2.5R, and then I let the rest run to 3. Now, in hindsight, I fucking hate myself for doing that. Like that was just out of fear, so I should not have done that. But I did it on one account. I let the other one run. So yeah, we're still doing all right. Like this week's been good. 2 3R wins, so 6 minus 1 R loss, so 5R this week. That is a great week for me. Great week for me. Great performance. Great discipline. And I'm happy to leave the week there basically. German 30. I did say that this could potentially run lower, but I'm still bullish. So fuck all that. Sorry for the language, guys. I started journaling and now I am more consistent and profitable. Amazing. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. Do you have an active YouTube channel? Yes, I've put it in there. You can see me in the blue writing Artan FX. My favorite, Manla Usman, my favorite funny streamer. Boss, how often do you trade live? How often do I trade live? I trade. We're working on it. We're working on that. So hopefully I can give you an answer with that soon. Hopefully I could. But if you guys spam the like button, remember guys, this is my first time on Chart Fanatics YouTube. Shouts to Chart Fanatics Live for having me on here. If you guys want me on here more, if you like, then hit the like button. Maybe the team might look at the likes and be like, should we get him on? Are people liking? You know what I'm saying? So spam the like button up. If we can get to 200 likes, maybe they might let me back. If we don't, ooh, brother. But today is NFP day, so cheers, guys, for giving me NFP in London. Because right now, there ain't nada, mate. There ain't nada. I just think we're going to continue higher and take up this high at this rate. What would surprise me though, right? I'll tell you one thing which would surprise me. I would be very surprised if we end up just continuing bullish, because there is an argument for us to just continue higher here on the pound. Like, we have aggressively pushed higher, come down, mitigated price, taken out internal liquidity here. Also had an inverted fair value gap here, right? So, and then we had a nice manipulation lower. There is an argument that we push higher. But the dollar for me, I just think fundamentally it's just fairly bullish. And with the war and whatnot, I'm just like, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm a bit in two minds. Like this move for me was great. This was what I could say. Yeah, like I'm confident. I'm 100% I'm never 100%, but I'm confident in this move here from here to here. I'm not confident in much else. I'm not confident in much else right now. No pullback on dollar. Let's see. Let us see. Let us see. Do 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 do. Yeah. Sorry, someone asked, what is NFP? Yeah, NFP is non-farm payroll. So it just basically means that is a big news. It's just massive news that comes out. It's a red folder news category. So anyone that doesn't know about news, you have red folder news, which is like high impact news. You've got like orange, yellow folder, which is like medium impact. And then you've got orange folder, which is medium. Then you've got yellow, which is like not that important to the market. So today is a big news day, NFP. However, the however that I would say is recently news hasn't really been doing that much because all the big news moves is Trump tweets. Yeah, imagine that. We've got a world leader who is literally just going off Trump tweets. Pretty darn mental, bro. Pretty darn mental. Pretty darn mental. Zog said, yo, I followed you on Instagram. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate it. I appreciate y'all. Yes, I apologize on behalf of the market today, guys. There hasn't really been that much. Like, there's not really been that much for me to do with my strat, with the way that I trade. Right now, even on gold, we are just consolidating. I do think it does look like we're going to push higher. So like this would be the entry for me. If I was to get in, I like to see a pullback and then continue higher. So whether we get that or not, I don't know, but it's the only thing that I could see right now happening at the moment. But we do have, yeah, NFP at 1:30 UK time, I believe that is. There's just, honestly, guys, there's not much here. There's not much here. So that's why I was trying to give you some game. So let's talk about this trade on Euro USD. Okay, is everyone locked in? Give me a 1 in the chat if you are locked in. If you are getting some game from today's session, man. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know if you've found this insightful so far. I know there's not really been any trades so far. But if you guys are getting value from this, if you guys are learning, then please let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And then I'm going to break down this trade that I made 6K. Well, this was, sorry, not 6K. That would be a lie. This is on one of my fundeds that I just passed. And this is 3% on this. So I'm going to break down this trade, exactly why I got in it. For anyone that wasn't here earlier, or what I can do is I can analyze another trade. I'll tell you the reasonings for this trade that I'm not in right now, but basically, like, the daily time frame isn't that great. Okay, it isn't that great. However, on the 4 hour, we did manipulate into this key level and we did break structure, even though it was into a daily fair value gap, which is a bit sus for me. So it's lower probability, but then we have a supply area here, again, break a structure to the upside, come down, manipulated it in Frankfurt session, and it looks like we could continue. So some of you guys might have entered, for example, on the change in state of delivery here. So a few, like, there's a couple of my students that in the Discord that basically they don't wait for a break of structure and a pullback. They enter just literally on the change in state of delivery. Only problem with that, sometimes you get lower risk to reward and you're relying on an expansive move. So this would make sense. I would only, if I was buying gold and I got in here on the close, right, on that 5-minute close, I would only be targeting probably like this high here, or even I don't even, yeah, I'd probably target the Asia high. I'd take 50% off if I traded that way, and I would let the rest run towards this high here. But I would rather see a bit of a pullback. Yes, I do have a random table tennis ball with me at all times. In case you were wondering where this came from, no, I did not pull it out of my groin. It was in here. And if anyone asks, I do play table tennis. I know you were probably wondering, why does he have a table tennis ball randomly? Well, I am half Chinese, so it is in my blood, and I play table tennis a lot. So there is just a random table tennis ball around my flat. Just it's like a stress ball for me, but it's like my This I don't know. It's my Singapore. This is what I would call my Chinese Singaporean stress ball. We call it, and you guys call it a table tennis ball. But I'm not stressed, by the way. This is just like my fidget stick, if that makes sense. We have really. I'll tell you what, though, on the pound, like we have. This is some big price action here. Like I'm very surprised at how aggressive this is today. To this demand zone, like we really did move aggressively here. Still in a chop, so I'm kind of like, this is not nice. Like, even though this was a great trade, I actually what I really wanted to see. I know this is very zoomed out, but there's a reason why I've zoomed it out, just to like look at it from an outward perspective. But basically, I actually wanted, after this move here, I wanted to see us pull back and just like do this. That's really what I was after. And then target this low down here. But you can just see how we've just chopped around here. You know, there's no real clear direction of where we're going. So that's why I'm interested today. I'm interested to see, does today create just a range? Does it manipulate these highs and then we move lower? Does Trump say something on the weekend about, oh, actually, Iran talks are going really well, and then he lies, and we like the pound pushes up, and then we realize he's lied. So then on Monday we sell off. Like it's such a mad market to be in right now, because genuinely, like that kind of is how I'm approaching the market at the moment. Like this dollar, everyone was when on Sunday when he said, right, and I'm going to give you some free game here, yeah. On Sunday, when he said, oh, peace negotiation talks are going really well with Iran, I was like, bro, there's no way. Like, when I looked at the deal that he gave them, I was like, bro, there's no way Iran are just going to give up nuclear power. They're going to let go all of their finances that basically the US now can control. So they're losing billions. They're going to like open the Strait of Hormuz for no reason and shut down like certain parts of their bases. I was like, bro, why would they do that? They're winning the war. Like, so as soon as this came into this key level and we closed higher like this, I was like, bro, do you know what? That's a manipulation. We're going higher. So then I was just looking at higher prices. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. What are we doing right now? Not doing too much. Not doing too much. In days like this, I wish I could be a scalper. You know, I'd like to be a scalper, one of those 1 minute traders that just go off of momentum. Like, that would be cool, but it's just on a bad day. I feel like scalpers get ruined. I'm not saying scalpers are unprofitable. I'm just saying that, like, for me, scalping just does not work. Thanks and appreciate Artan. No problem, Inera. Is there a way to get to learn your strategy? Absolutely. If you head to my Instagram at ArtanFX, it's just Artan.fx. You can do it. I don't want to plug myself too much in here, but it's just Artan.fx. It's on the title of, you see the top of my screen, and I drop loads of free game anyway. But if you guys join the live streams, and make sure you hit like, because I will be breaking down more of my strategy. You're going to see my live trade breakdowns. There just unfortunately hasn't been any trades today because it's NFP day in London session, and I mean, look at this. This is horrible, this price action, isn't it? That's why I've been focusing more on German 30. I prefer these moves, like the NASDAQ and stuff. But yeah, this is much cleaner. Obviously, this was crazy. I wonder if this has done this on some of the other platforms. Interesting. One sec. Let's look at forex.com. Interesting. So we didn't have that massive manipulation. Okay. Maybe I need to just change the brokers that I'm looking at, because this looked like it was like one big 5-minute candle. Kind of looked like a big manipulation there. So that is a lot more helpful. Actually. Yeah, like look at this. This makes it look like a manipulation, but anywho. But yeah, guys, anything, make sure you're liking, by the way, make sure you are liking the video. We're on 124 likes. I'm sure, can we get to 150? Like, now, please. That would be great. We're on 129 the second I have mentioned that, so that is amazing. But make sure you're subscribing, all right? And like I said before, the best traders that I know, the ones that learn the quickest, are the ones that ask the best questions, all right? That is how you're going to learn in life. So make sure you subscribe, and then you can actually chat in the chat. So look, you can see I can chat because I'm subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you cannot chat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I'm actually going to be coming back to the UK soon for like a week. I'm going to be going to the expo in London, so I'm going to be coming down for that. Might be filming a little bit of content as well. Wink, wink. So that'll be interesting. So you might see me a little bit more. And also, I need to shoot a music video, man. I need to shoot a music video. I have been lacking with music. I've been so focused on trading and helping some of the team that I've just not had time to do music. Literally not had time to do music. But who is enjoying the stream so far? Any trades? Anyone gotten any trades this morning? Give me a 1 if you have gotten a trade this morning. And give me a 2 if you have not entered anything this morning yet. I want to see. Can I be in your music video? Depends on the video, G. If I need a real bad B for my music video, then hopefully you're a bad B and you can be in it. I'm joking. But yeah, I've not taken anything either. I'm just seeing a bunch of 2s, 1. Anyone that has taken a trade today, did you win or did you lose? Give me, just forget the numbers. What did you do? What about gold? There's not really much on gold, to be honest. This is the only thing that I would potentially. Shall we look at a little? Like, this isn't my I don't know. I just don't really like it that much. I don't mind it. I don't love it. So I'd maybe get in here. Get in here probably. But I'm looking for a big expansion, and I'd want to be out of the trade before NFP. Everything is just expanding quite. Just, I guess, really, once we broke structure, after took liquidity, broke structure. But I mean, I wouldn't have even been buying here. I mean, sorry, I wouldn't have probably sold here, like as in and bought on other pairs because we inverted this, so I would have stayed out. But it does look like we're just now consolidating at the midpoint of the range. See what USD CAD saying or USD JPY. Not much at the moment. It's quite bullish though, isn't it? USD JPY. Let me have a look at CAD JPY. No, not too much for me. Yeah, not much for me on gold. I would look at this. I would entertain this, but for me, it's just a Frankfurt continuation, so it's going to be lower probability. And I'm trying to stop taking as many Frankfurt trades because yeah, like if I take more New York trades, my P&L would be way better. There's just not much. Bitcoin. Let me see. I've been marking up Bitcoin for like months. Yeah. This for me, like all the Bitcoin boys, yeah, were like, oh my god, as soon as this happened, oh my god, Bitcoin's going back to 130k. It could be all-time high. I see everyone on Twitter going. I see like 5 people go, this could be the biggest trade of my career or a big loss. And I was like, bro, I don't like. And most of these traders that I saw doing it, I'm like, bro, I kind of learned a lot of you, and you would know that this is a monthly fair value gap that we are simply just tapping into to then continue lower. No, like this is like I thought thought this was pretty obvious. High, low, imbalance, respected, low, imbalance, respected, low, you know? But I understand that we are in a consolidation around this level, but come on, guys, like this has been bearish, bro. I think BTC is honestly, unless we could just consolidate here for months, innit? Yeah, so I appreciate that. Like we could take out this low and then just consolidate. But right now, if I'm honest, if we expand on this, yeah, bro, we could come down to it. I'd say at least 48. I'd say at least 48. But we could just consolidate for in this range here for like, hey, we could literally consolidate for like a year. Everybody I know says, "Oh, crypto's it's gonna boom soon. It's gonna blow up soon. You just wait for it. It's gonna move soon." But like, bro, it's not done it since like September 25. So how many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why I needed to count that. Like, I don't know the months of the year. That was so bad. But yeah, it's just been in a downward. So I'd wait for something like these lows to get swept and see what we do. But right now, it's just bearish order flow, and this is quite aggressive bearish order flow as well. Like, you don't really want to be seeing this, to be honest with you, if you're a Bitcoin maxi. I mean, it'd be good. It's a good place to buy though. Like, I'd average in here. I'd average in here, but I don't think it's that great of an asset to trade. The only thing I would have done is short from up here. This is what we were looking at. Look, imagine this. What an idiot. I don't trade crypto, but this right here is what I was looking at to sell. Fuck me. That would have made me rich, that. Genuinely, I'm not even joking. If I put like 1K into that, that would have been a flipper. Joking, I couldn't give a shit. Yeah, still not much. We've just been extremely bullish today on euro and pound. Yeah, enjoying the stream. It's a breath of fresh air. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate it. Make sure you sub, bro. Make sure you sub and follow me on Insta as well if you want me to come back. Faz said enjoying the stream with a love heart. Is this how you do it? How do the girls do this, innit? They do the whole like, what is it? I'm not throwing up. You're not gonna think I'm throwing up gang signs in the stream. Like, if someone just joined, they'll be like, "Who is this road man throwing up gang signs?" No, I'm trying to do the heart thing, but I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. My girl does it. Like, it's like this or something. I'm not gonna try and do it because I look like a donut. All right. In a scenario where on the same time frame you have both the sell and buy CRT, how do you know which to pick? So you're looking at NQ on the 3-month, bro. To be honest with you, I wouldn't look at the 3-month, bro. Like, 3-month can be all right to look at, but bro, if you're a day trader, unless you're a swing trader, bro, don't worry so much about that. Like, I look at the monthly just for like its key level. So like the monthly is really strong, so I can assume that we probably have some more upside eventually, right? I look at the weekly because I'm like, all right, I need to know where's like a weekly fair value gap. Here, for example, we wick below, close back inside the range, bullish weekly CRT. So I'm now buying up to this high and potentially higher. But outside of that, bro, you don't really need like, the monthly like that. Like, I don't know. Is this correct? We haven't swept the Asia lows here. So for me, I'm not really that interested in this. We swept the previous daily low on NAS. Let me just clean up everything. We swept the previous daily low, but we haven't swept. I don't know. I don't really like it right now, to be honest. I would rather see this get manipulated. Boom, and then head higher. We're in a nice point of interest, though. Inside this kind of like demand zone. We've taken out like inside this. Taken out all this internal liquidity here, which is nice. Swept all that. I think I would just like to see, like, right now, Asia's consolidated here. London has done fuck all. So I would like to see a manipulation before we move higher. And if we move higher, like I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm saying that that's what I'd like to see. We could end up just pushing higher here, and then I would look for a New York continuation to move higher. I would only look like that's all I would look for, because London hasn't manipulated anything. Like there's not been anything, so it means that we're still ranging. So if we're going accumulation, where's the manipulation going to take place? Are we going to take out the London low? Well, if we take out the London low, then London low's here, and Asia low's here. So we got a lot of liquidity resting there. So if we chill out around here, and we don't expand, I can expect that we're going to take out that London low. Does that make sense? Is it making a sense, brother? Um, 27, 28 crypto will boom. I hear you, brother, but to be honest with you, I hear that every single week for the last 6 years. Like, since I started trading, everyone said, like, I'm not saying that crypto isn't going to boom. I'm just saying that, like, I think this is the problem with crypto, is that everyone thinks that they're catching the bottom. I know people that have been buying crypto ever since up here. Like, literally, they've just been like, bro, it's from 100K, guaranteed to be 200K by the end of the year. And what have we done? Just dumped. So, like, this is, guys, if you actually look at crypto, yeah, this is my opinion on it. Is this an incredibly bullish asset? It's actually not. It's not insane. This is actually right now, if you look at since April 2025, this is actually very bearish. This is very bearish. Altcoins in particular are like, look at these coins. These were the biggest coin. This was a top 5 coin back in 2021. Look how bearish it. Like, all altcoins are in the mud. Like, in the mud. Look at ETH. Wow. Like, this is a bearish asset. This is not a bullish asset. This is a bearish asset. So the only thing that I would say is bullish is Bitcoin. Like, I don't think crypto is a bullish environment. Like, if you're looking at this, if I told you that this was the USD JPY chart, you'd be like, oh, raw, I am shorting this. Like, this doesn't want to go higher. You know, so the only thing that, like, you could look at Bitcoin, yeah, but like Bitcoin is still showing very bearish order flow. So until that changes, until we get like a big manipulation or something, I don't know when this bullish run is going to come. But right now, we're bearish until further notice. You could argue, yeah, it's 27, 28. Fair enough. I would understand it. If you're looking at like these kinds of patterns, like, you know, like this, and then you're looking at like, okay, the pullback is like lasts from October. It's like a year worth of pullbacks. Well, here, yeah, you could argue maybe a year worth of pullbacks, and then at the end of the year, that's when we rally. But like, just because nothing repeats, but it rhymes. All right, that's the thing with trading, and you do have to be careful with just assuming that something's going to do something on a chart just because it's done it before. It doesn't always work like that. All right, like. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. What a sesh so far. Like, literally no trades for me. No trades. Gold has just chilled out. Like, it expanded and chilled. I don't think we're gonna get much movement. Euro USD has just like rocketed. Same with GU. Absolutely rocketed. German 30 hasn't really done much. Well, I say nothing's done much. I mean, there's not been entries for me. So, like, could you have gotten here? Yeah, you probably could have if you anticipated this. But I don't know. I don't actually know anyone that really anticipated this was going to fly. Yeah, I don't actually know. Shouts to everyone that has dropped me a follow on the old Insta. Appreciate you guys. Anyone that is not yet following me, make sure you drop me a follow. I drop lots of free game on my Instagram, so you can see here artan.fx on Instagram, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube as well. I'm gonna get back on the YouTube real soon, but I'm quite enjoying just giving you guys free game. We have to be careful from Orange Pig. Trust me, dog. We do. We do, brother. All right. We've still not hit 150 likes yet. Guys, can we just hit 150 likes, please? We need 20 more people, 14 more people, sorry, to hit the like button. Hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. If you guys want me back. Of course, if you don't have to hit the like button. That's no problem. I won't be offended. I just will murder you. So yeah, that is optional, obviously, if you would like to live. Obviously, I am joking. But yeah, just not really that much. I mean, NFP is going to be interesting today. I don't even know how much it's going to move the market, because recently the only thing that's moving the market is the war news. So I'm going to be looking at it, but I'm just not going to be that fast. I need to pass. I've got a 200k that I need to pass. I've got 100k that I'm in slight drawdown in. I lost a funded account actually in April, so that's my goal to now start just getting it back a bit. And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I am saying? Gold, you could look at this. You could look at like a trade like this, but I just don't think the market's going to move much from an NFP. I think Nasdaq, US tech, basically, I would rather see us sweep these lows. We've got a London low here, Asia low here, inside a key level. I still think that we could push lower on the Nas. Like, really, I would rather see us be in here, in this region. Like, this region for me would be really nice. So if anything, I would just want to wait for that. But the Nasdaq just wants to move. It moves when it wants to move. So really, yeah, this is what I kind of look for. I wonder if any other charts. Nah, they're all the same. So yeah, this is what I'd look for. And look, some of you guys might be taking a trade from here. Like you might be like buying here, for example, at this order. I don't know how you guys trade in it, but some of you guys might be trading like this or something like that and going for that. Fair enough. As like a order flow trade. It's just for me, with the edge that I have, I like to wait for session liquidity sweeps. So for me, this doesn't really make sense for me because we're just consolidating. But is this valid? Yeah, like you could take this. It's just not my strategy. It's not my strategy. Yeah. Cool. Well, sorry guys, there's literally just no trades for me today. I mean, I say sorry, but we got Usman coming on after, by the way, guys. So if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure we do. You can tell me if I'm kappa-lapping, but I think we do. Yeah, man. I think Usman might be doing the giveaways. Yeah. Like I'm not doing them today, guys. I think I'll leave that to us. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. We still got like 5 minutes left. And have we hit 150 likes yet? We hit 150 likes. Oh, we're so close. Oh my god. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll hit it. But I appreciate you guys joining. There's literally, we are just consolidation for the nation today. Well, we're not being consolidated. We've obviously expanded, but like now we've just chilled out. Like for me, there's just, I don't know. Like the only reason why we could have dumped on the DXY, in my opinion, is we took out this high and prices just still doesn't know what it wants to do. I still am looking at a bullish dollar, but to me, this for me right here was extreme. I was very confident in this move because this was spot on with my strategy. Now I don't know. I don't really know. And I'm happy to not know. Just because I don't know doesn't mean I'm a bad trader. Like I'm a full-time trader. This for me, I'm happy knowing that I don't know. You know, and I want you guys to get into that state as well, where if you don't know, be content with not knowing. And then if you don't know, but in hindsight it was really clear, well, now you can learn something. What are you going to do? Are you just going to look at it and go, I missed it. Oh shit, I should have been it. Don't be one of them guys. Yeah, I know people firsthand that do that. All they do is they look at a chart and they're like, oh, I missed that move. I knew I should have got in there. Oh, I missed out on 3K. Oh, I took that trade yesterday, but then today I just decided to like not wake up and sleep in, and I missed that. Oh, like, you know, like, don't be the guy that just goes, oh, I missed that trade. Be the guy or be the girl that is looking at stuff. And if you do miss a trade or you stay out, you go, okay, cool. What did I learn from that? That's interesting. Yeah, I'm annoyed that I missed the trade. Yeah, I'm annoyed. But what did I learn? Am I going to journal that? What did I learn that I could apply that another time? What did I learn about myself in that day? Was I in a bad mentality, or was I being lazy? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, try and figure out where are you most optimal and what, and if you miss trades, I have my own Discord section, my own private Discord section. All of my students have their own, right? And they put in all their trades and reasonings so that you can visualize your trades, but also miss trades. If you don't get in, you have a whole section of miss trades so that you can just see, like, what does a good setup looks like? And that's how you build confidence. And honestly, it might take you a month, might take you 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it may be. But when you get to that point where you've done the repetition, you've done the groundwork, you're understanding trading, that's when it all clicks. Now it might be like making small little tweaks to your strategy that suit you, but that's how you become profitable. That's just how you do it. All right, that's, you know what I'm saying. Closing a trade too fast because of P&L also pisses me off. Yeah, bro, but that's why I say don't trade manage. All right, don't manage your trades. Okay, do not manage your trades. That's my. I'm just telling you. From my, different people have different ways of doing things. All right, Usman might tell you something different. Like, you know, Marco might tell you something different. I'm telling you from my personal development is that if you struggle with over managing your trades and closing in and whatever, stick to a fixed risk to reward for now and see what might have worked or not. We'll see what might have worked, see what might not have. Rewind, we're near the end. I need to get this right. But basically, see what has worked and what hasn't worked, but collect data on it and then figure out after that what suits you. Okay, I don't suit managing trades. All right, I'm very bad with it. I'm very transparent when I'm in a trade, even in the Discord, and I'm always like, oh, I'm in a trade, maybe we could reverse here, but I try and just not do anything about it. That's really what it is. There are certain times where I will go break even. There are, but I always recommend not going break even. I only do it really because of experience, but I recommend people, especially if you're learning trading, don't go break even, because you need to figure out if you're right or wrong and then learn from it. It's not about making money at the start. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see if we are at we can do 10 more likes. I know we can do 10 more likes. All right. Long time live. So yeah. Sorry, I didn't actually write the title, but I think we're gonna do some giveaways. I think we are. We're gonna pick some names, but I actually don't have the giveaway. Like, this is my first time on the Chart Fanatics live. Cut me some slack, brother. All right. Yeah, but obviously giveaways do giveaways all the time. But I am on for the streams. I'm glad you enjoyed the session. One sec. Is there any final questions, guys? W for the first stream. Can we get some W's in the chat? Spam W's in the chat if you enjoyed this stream, if you would like to see me back. I know that we didn't get any trades, But you know what I'm saying? We are for you, not your giveaway, buddy. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, guys, don't forget to give me a follow on Instagram. If you guys want me back, then please make sure that, yeah, man, you spam Riz and Isman and just harass them that you want me back. And then maybe we might come back. I say I might come back. But yeah, market's not so great today. But anyway, guys, I am off ski. Yeah, man, lots of love. And I will catch you guys in a bit. But stay safe, NFP day, and love, guys. Peace, 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 peace. Love, 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 love.